Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
And the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On play action, it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Yeah, he'll find Hall. A big pickup. 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm here all day. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Jake.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that one's going to be knocked away. And incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. And remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a play fake. Carr.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, now Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down and 7.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Eluding and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got to work.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
Come on now. Chance. Flare.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Carr now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Carr going to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Here's Carr to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Carr.
Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
From the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he spins past him and into space. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Barkley again.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game. Gano for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley finding room to the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 32 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Play fake, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. To throw his car. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Henry Ruggs.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Carr will look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards.
And the Giants use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Gano the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mariota now. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Mike, 20.
Here's Carr.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Throwing his Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 92 yards.
And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down, Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Giants, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.